And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Today, we're taking a look at a game called Double Take. Double Take is a game in which it's another version of charades. It's from R&R Games. Let's see. Rock and Ravioli. Anyhow, still not sure what R&R stands for, but anyhow. Double Take is a charades game in which each person acts out half the clue. One person does one half, the other person does the other half, and you have to put those together. So instead of saying, face off, which might be the clue put together, one person acts out face, the other person acts out off, and the people who are watching have to put that together. Let me show you. In Double Take, each person is going to be the star at some point. One person's going to start out by being the star, and they're going to pick someone to be their co-star. That person's going to take a card, and they're going to look at it in the card holder, and they're going to decide who's going to do the black side or the white side of the card. One person will do the first half of the card, which is white, and the second person will do the black one. So, for example, this card is back in the day, so the clue, you're trying to get people to guess outhouse, or washboard, or boombox. Okay, and so the star is going to stand up in front of everybody, these two people, and then they're going to basically, they're going to say, okay, they're going to give the hint. This is back in the day. And then they're going to act out at the same time their half of the phrase. One person does the white half, the other person does the black half, and they can skip to another one and go to, they're trying to get people to guess all 6 of them. They can use any part of their body, they can make sounds, but they can't hum tunes, and they can't say words. If people guess half of it, they can say, well, you got half correct, and you keep going till someone gets the whole thing right. At that point, that person's going to get a point token, a take point token, and we have different tokens that come with the game that players will be able to get if they get it correctly. And after 90 seconds, and we have a timer for that purpose, hopefully everyone has got all the words on the card at that point in time. The co-star gets that, and then that keeps track of how many times you can be picked, because you can't pick the same co-star every single time. And after a certain number of rounds where everybody has been the star or the co-star, then the game is over. Now, again, let's take a look at some of these cards. For example here, this was sob story for this card. This is the S&S clue. So the first person in the clue is going to be doing sob. Meanwhile, the other person is doing story. So we have the one person who's telling a story and the other person who's sobbing, and you're supposed to put those together and realize that they mean sob story. Try to guess this clue yourself. Here we have one person with one clue. That's the beginning. And over here we have somebody with the second clue. Okay. Oh, I know what that is. That's cane. And over here, she's eating candy. So, candy cane. Is that right? So that's how the game works. You'll keep track on this score sheet here. Whoever has the most points is the winner after a certain amount of rounds. And then you can play again. You probably will, because it's that much fun, I guess. Now, Double Take has a flaw, if it has a flaw, it's a party game after all, in the fact that it's not going to appeal to people who don't like to act very much. Those people aren't going to have their minds changed by suddenly having someone at their side. So I don't know if it's accessible to everybody, but if you like to act a little bit, if you like charades, this is a take on it, which is very enjoyable, because often when you split these clues in half, most of the time, the halves don't make sense, but when you put them together, face off, face off, and then it makes sense. And then it can be a lot of fun. Candy, cane, candy cane. So you'll get a lot of laughs out of this one, a lot of, I can't believe that's what you were doing, a lot of that's what you think that is type of things will happen. So this is a good, entertaining party game, Double Take.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find the latest board game news at Dicetowernews.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Fun Again Games, the world's best game source. Fun Again Games has over 5,000 games available. Check them out at funagain.com.